Hey, book lovers, welcome back to the channel. If you're into dragons, epic battles, and a romance that'll make your heart race, you're in for a treat today. I'm diving into Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, a book that's been absolutely slaying the fantasy world and blowing up on BookTok. This is a romantic fantasy, epic fantasy, and young adult fiction rolled into one fiery, unputdownable package. So, grab your favorite cozy blanket, maybe a cup of tea, and let's talk about why this book has everyone buzzing. Stick around to hear my thoughts, my rating out of 5 stars, and let me know in the comments if you've read this one yet. Let's get started. Alright, let's set the stage for Fourth Wing without spoiling the juicy bits. The story follows Violet Sorrengail, a 20-year-old who's been raised to be a scribe, think quiet libraries and dusty books. But her mother, a high-ranking general, has other plans. Violet's forced to join the brutal riders quadrant at Basgiath War College, where candidates train to become dragon riders. And let me tell you, this place is not for the faint-hearted. It's a cutthroat environment where only the toughest survive, and the stakes are life or death. Violet's not exactly built for combat. She's smaller, less physically imposing than her peers, and has a chronic illness that makes things even harder. But she's got brains, heart, and a knack for strategy that might just keep her alive. Then there's the dragons. Oh, the dragons. They're fierce, intelligent, and choose their riders based on strength and worthiness. Violet's journey is all about proving herself in this high-stakes world while navigating alliances, rivalries, and a certain brooding, tattooed bad boy who's got everyone's pulses racing. The plot is packed with action, political intrigue, and a slow-burn romance that'll have you flipping pages late into the night. That's all I'll say for now, no spoilers, but trust me, there's a lot to unpack. Fourth Wing isn't just about dragons and battles, it's got some deep themes that hit you right in the feels. One of the biggest is resilience. Violet's constantly underestimated, but she refuses to give up, even when the odds are stacked against her. It's such an inspiring message about inner strength and proving people wrong. Then there's loyalty and sacrifice. The story dives into what it means to fight for those you care about, even when it costs you. The bonds between riders and their dragons, and even some of the friendships, really drive this home. Another key theme is power and privilege. The world of Basgiath is brutal, and it's clear that those in power, like Violet's mother, make tough calls that ripple through everyone's lives. The book questions how far you'd go to survive in a system that's rigged against you. And, of course, there's love and trust woven into the romance and friendships, showing how vulnerability can be a strength, not a weakness. Rebecca Yarros does an amazing job balancing these big ideas with a fast-paced, action-packed story, so you're thinking and swooning at the same time. Let's talk about the characters, because Fourth Wing delivers some unforgettable ones. Violet Sorrengail is our protagonist, and she's such a refreshing heroine. She's not your typical kick-butt fantasy warrior. She's smart, scrappy, and uses her wit to survive. Her growth from a reluctant recruit to someone who owns her strength is so satisfying. You'll be rooting for her every step of the way, especially when she faces challenges that seem impossible. Then there's Xaden, the brooding, mysterious leader of the Fourth Wing. Oh my gosh, talk about a character who steals the show. He's got this intense, enemies-to-lovers vibe with Violet, and their chemistry is electric. Xaden's got layers, gruff on the outside, but with a backstory that makes you understand his guarded heart. His development is slower, but every reveal about him feels like a reward. The supporting cast is just as strong. Rhiannon, Violet's friend, is loyal and fierce, bringing some much-needed warmth to the story. And the dragons? They're practically characters themselves. Each one has a distinct personality, and their bond with their riders adds so much depth. The villains, though, could have been fleshed out a bit more, but the main characters carry the story so well that it's not a huge issue. So, what does Fourth Wing do right? First off, the world building is phenomenal. Rebecca Yarros creates this vivid, immersive world with dragons, war colleges, and political intrigue that feels so real. The pacing is relentless. Every chapter ends with a cliffhanger that makes you go, just one more. The romance is another huge strength. It's slow burn, tension-filled, and perfectly balanced with the action. And the dragons? They're not just cool, they're complex, with their own agency, which makes the story stand out in the fantasy genre. As for weaknesses, there are a couple. The book leans hard into some familiar fantasy tropes, like the chosen one vibe or the enemies to lovers arc, which might feel predictable if you're a seasoned fantasy reader. Also, the sheer amount of action can sometimes overshadow quieter character moments, especially for the side characters. I wanted a bit more depth for some of the secondary figures, like the antagonists. But honestly, these are minor gripes in a book that's so addictive. Okay, let's get personal. I devoured Fourth Wing. I started it one evening and stayed up way past my bedtime because I couldn't put it down. Violet's journey hit me hard. Her determination to keep going despite her physical limitations and everyone doubting her was so inspiring. And that romance? My heart was pounding during those scenes. The way Yarros weaves humor, heartbreak, and high-stakes action made me feel all the emotions. There's this one scene with a dragon that had me gasping out loud. I won't spoil it, but it's epic. I also loved how the book made me think about resilience and trust in my own life. It's one of those stories that sticks with you, and I'm already itching to reread it. My only tiny complaint is that I wanted more quiet moments to catch my breath, but honestly, the adrenaline rush was worth it. If you've read it, tell me in the comments, what was your favorite moment? So, who's Fourth Wing for? If you love epic fantasy with dragons, intense action, and a romance that'll make you swoon, this is your jam. It's perfect for fans of books like A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas or The Hunger Games for its high-stakes vibe. Young adult readers will eat it up, but it's got enough depth for adult fantasy lovers too. If you're into strong female leads, slow-burn romance, or stories about defying the odds, you'll be hooked. One heads up. There's some mature content, violence, death, and steamy moments, so it's best for readers 16 and up. Not sure if it's for you? If you prefer slower, character-driven stories or shy away from violence, you might want to pass. But if you're ready for a wild, heart-pounding ride, grab this book ASAP. Alright, it's verdict time. Fourth Wing is a thrilling, addictive, dragon-filled adventure that had me obsessed from page 1. Rebecca Yarros nails the balance of action, romance, and world-building, with a heroine you can't help but cheer for. Despite a few familiar tropes and a breakneck pace that could use a breather, this book is a must-read for fantasy fans. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 stars, it's almost perfect, and I'm already counting down to the sequel. What did you think of Fourth Wing? Are you Team Violet or Team Xaden? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know what book I should review next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, book lovers, and I'll see you in the next one.